Hi, I'm Aoife McShane. I'm the managing partner here at McShane's in Newry. We were placed or ranking on Google. It was really an area that I was not familiar with at all. Um, so that's something that has been a real education for me. I didn't realise that um, we ranked so badly until we properly looked at it. And then figured out that actually there was a method behind all of this, and there were certain things you could do actually to improve that for your business. And that was very interesting, to have all of that unpacked for us. When you searched for certain things on Google, it was frustrating because you couldn't really understand why certain firms were appearing before our firm, and why it was that we weren't coming up on the first landing page. When you searched for certain things on Google, and there didn't really seem to be any reason why. I know now there is a reason, but before that it was just a bit confusing. Um, in terms of where your business was on Google or wasn't, visibility or lack thereof. I suppose now we have a plan to try and move from a position where a few months ago we felt a bit invisible on Google, to a point where we've seen kind of incremental steps to try and change that and try and make ourselves more visible. And crucially, there's certain things that we can do as a firm to try and change that, and that's all been guided by Boring. They've made that very easy for us to do. Are very aware of what's happening. That's one of the things I was really struck by, the amount of communication, regular communication, updates, but crucially in a kind of bite-sized, easy to understand format, which is kind of, you can easily pick out kind of the headlines about what's happening, what's being done, and the changes that are being achieved in trying to drive us up on the Google page. We know now what we need to do to try and improve visibility, even though we know that we have the support of Boring working in the background. They've been very clear to us, for example, about building in a process of asking clients now at the conclusion of a case to give us a review, and to sort of make that part of our everyday process. And that has definitely helped us. We definitely feel that we have now got a real marketing strategy for McShane's. For the first time, it feels like something that we're able to follow easily, and it's something that we are including going forward and into the future in terms of our strategy. It definitely feels like things are moving in the right direction. We can see tangible changes now on Google when you look back to when we started this project, and that is really encouraging, and it's something that we want to kind of keep the momentum building on that. Yes, it's definitely a long-term project for us. We know that it's not something that you can do as kind of a one-off project. It's definitely something that we've made the decision to incorporate over the long term, and it's something that we hope to see further improvements with. Yes, we definitely think that we are more visible on Google, and that has been very targeted by Boring in terms of the keywords that are being used now. So yes, I have a lot more confidence that potential clients can see us, can find us easily now when they're making those searches on Google. I feel like we've all been educated, in terms of Google and the power of Google and the potential for your business, and that's all down to boring, and that's something that we will definitely want to build on into the future now that we have seen the results compared with where we were when we first started this project with them. I think it's the attention to detail really. From the very start, they were very clear about what it is that they hope to achieve for us, and really, you know, they got our buy-in from the start, because we could see what the project was trying to achieve, and then from there, really, they were very clear about what they were doing and what they expected us to do. And then it was, you know, the constant the checking in, updating, showing us the you know, the numbers, this, you know, in their reporting, but it's done in a way that it's not kind of bamboozling you with kind of jargon and stats. It's done in a very kind of easy to understand format, and crucially, then you can see the improvements that have been made, you know, when you look back. So for me, running a busy practice, you know, I just don't have time to try and do this, you know, work which is complex myself. So it's nice to know that that's all being done in the background, and really, you don't have to worry about it. You do what they say, and you see the results then. Honestly, I think any business that wants to be more visible on Google, I feel like the service that Boring offer lends itself really well to lots of different types of service businesses. So whether that's professional services like ourselves, solicitors, um, you know, estate agents, accountants, hairdressers, gym owners. I think the possibilities are endless, really. Fundamentally, it's about being more visible when people search for certain things on Google, and it's about, you know, being as visible as you can be. So I feel like it lends itself to lots of local business. You're in an industry that's very competitive, and you want to try and make yourself more visible. Yes, it's very likely that, you know, a potential customer is going to go with the business that is, you know, at the top of that ranking on Google. So, you know, the aim should be that you want to be, you know, at the top if you can be, so that, you know, you're coming up as one of the first businesses that a potential customer is contacting.